Hey, y'all, come look at this.
How would you say your sound has grown or changed in 2025 compared to when you first started?
Go more in my style as time goes on, you know?
Okay.
Go more in my one style, you know?
Alkaline and Kerry, I like how to listen to me. And that's me glad, you know. When I talk on Shidel interview, say, you know, you need to do more interview, you know. I'm telling you, you know, need to do it before the summer start. Remember, say, me talk everything there on the net. I'm a one Kerry, I'm a one Alkaline. I'm glad them listen. And guess what? Alkaline putting back the black eye. Alkaline putting back the black eye, so you know what that I say. Alkaline simple mean, he must go back to him always. When I go see Alkaline, the old Alkaline will come back with a modern style.
Viewers and subscribers, welcome back to another update. So Alkaline finally done an interview after approximately over a decade. Yeah man, they must say 9 years ago Alkaline did his last interview. And the people, they must say, a Vybz Kartel make Alkaline a come out time antisocial way and them thing there. You know, this interview is kind of nostalgic because Alkaline bring back the black eye. You know, the black eye where Alkaline bust with, the 2016 vibe. Yeah man, the Vendetta fans them feel like real happy about this. So they might get back the old Alkaline. Well, we don't know if we are going to get back the 2016 Alkaline, but that would be a very good look. This interview was done with BET UK and Alkaline made a few interesting points. Alkaline spoke about growing into his own style more, and a lot of persons were saying that a Vybz Kartel style the dog did use. That's why him say he might grow in a theme owner style more. So some people feel like say Alkaline finally admit say him did use Vybz Kartel style.
How would you say your sound has grown or changed in 2025 compared to when you first started?
Go more in my style as time goes on, you know?
Okay.
Go more in my one style, you know?
So viewers, when Alkaline made that statement, a lot of persons feel like say Alkaline finally admitting say him did live in a Vybz Kartel style, because you know Alkaline is a man them saying again a credit and so forth. So some people feel like say him a do it on that style, especially the Gaza fans them. You the viewers tell me if you think say Alkaline actually admit say him did use Vybz Kartel style, or the dog just say yo him have his own style but him expand on him own style. Yeah, him not really use nobody's style. Tell me what you think about that.
Anyone that has inspired you to be where you are today?
Not really. Just the fans and love of the fans, you know? Grateful for the support that we get. Grateful for everybody who's involved. I look forward for more, you know? Yeah, I'm taking it on higher levels. You know?
So viewers, you know, Alkaline was asked, does anyone inspired him to be where he's at today? And you know what the regular answer Alkaline did I go give? The man said nobody not really inspire him. I just the fans them, the love of the fans them, and I'm grateful for the support. And we know said the people them are gonna beat Alkaline bad with this, because them are gonna say, how can you do music and not be inspired by anybody, and you are not the first to do dancehall music. So everybody want him to say he was inspired by Vybz Kartel, but you know say Alkaline nah go say that. Yeah man, Alkaline I go hold on to what him believe to, and you know that kind of hurt some of the Gaza fans them. Alkaline not admitting say you know he's inspired by Vybz Kartel, but Alkaline are doing one thing and him are just being one self. So that is the old Alkaline we know from him do interview on Winford show coming right up. You can't really tell the dog what he say. He might go say what him want to say. And also viewers, to make mention of Alkaline wearing back the black eyes. You know, when Alkaline just come out, him used to say him did tattoo him eyeball them and stuff. I guess, you know, like when I do interview now, if him continue to wear the black eye, if him go still say a tattoo eyes, or him go admit say a contacts, because you know some people did say a contacts the dog having and so. So when Alkaline put in this black eye, you know, it's kind of nostalgic, and a lot of fans feel like say they're gonna get back to 2016 Alkaline. That Alkaline that we used to drop be a hit song. It's like everything where the dog drop is a hit. nothing hardly ever missed when Alkaline was doing like 2016, you know, New Level Unlock album and them thing there, yo. The people them are crave, especially the Vendetta fans, for Alkaline to bring back that era in his career, because enough people feel like the Alkaline water down. And now that Vybz Kartel come a road, Vybz Kartel do a lot of interviews and them thing there is like him a outpace Alkaline in the business. So we wonder if Alkaline a pre them thing there, and I say like how Kartel come a road, may have some competition now, because you know, Alkaline was saying to himself, when me think, he must say, yo, him not have no competition, because, you know, Alkaline been wanting to clash Massacre, he must shoot off a Massacre. Massacre not answer, so he must say, yo, him not have no competition. He even sing about that in one of them song them. So now that Vybz Kartel come road, maybe Alkaline I say, yo, at the right time now to turn up back the music scene. Me just a think, you know, out of the box, but you the viewers can tell me if you think say, you know, in my meds like that.
Alkaline and Kerry, me like how you listen to me. And that's me glad, you know. When I talk on Shidel interview, say, you know, you need to do more interview, you know. And me tell you, say, you know, need to do it before the summer start. Remember, say, me talk everything there on the net. And I want Kerry, and I want Alkaline. I'm glad them listen. And guess what? Alkaline putting back the black eye. Alkaline putting back the black eye, so you know what that I say. Alkaline simple mean, him a go back to him always. When I go see Alkaline, the old Alkaline will come back with a modern style. May I read everything. And no found that cost me say Alkaline now go do no interview, no love him that way there anyway. Alkaline know what I go on. Kartel they are road now. Kartel they are road now, the game change. You think him can stay in a hiding favor? Last him carry with a last. Him have to come out of that and put in the black eye.
Vybz Kartel got Alkaline to start doing interviews again.
Van Kartel show them now Alkaline start the fucking interview and the man black out him eye again. How where the mama bomb buckler to go on boy? What in the fuck is this? Bomberas clat the media nice again.
So Alkaline is doing interviews and him black out him eye them again. This has to be a recession indicator. Dog, man, nah lie, I'm afraid of fuck. Yo.
Alkaline do an interview, and it's only 3 artists. Me say do interview and me see this happen. And me know no fight blow over on my head. Ninja Man, Kartel, and me see Alkaline do it. Enough of them new generation of artists here, me not see them do it. Them could have money a little bit more. Them could have talked about this a little bit more. One thing when I see in the interview there, because I watch the interview and stay so you know. No man can tell me say that the Empress the way I do the interview no soaking wet. You see me? That's why I tell them say star a star and boy a boy. You see me? You can just look on the Empress and see, say boy, she don't really want to do an interview, you know. She want to bring the dog around the corner and do what she have to do. You know see a beer blush, the Empress a blush. You know see? But I'm not going to see that because I love talk about man. So I'm not going to compare Kartel and Alkaline and say this about Alkaline. But me, as a girl man, as a man who know the thing, no man can tell me say that the girl left panty now wet during that interview there. Right through. Just look on her body language, look on her face, and look on when she asks Alkaline the question them. It's only 2 artists me see do that away from Alkaline. Kartel and Ninja Man. With Ninja Man with him bad boy personality. Go up on a favorite program. We don't call the program name. And oh man, you know the rest.
So what do you the viewers think about what, you know, Non-Change was saying? And you know, say this is a good look for say Alkaline, you know, kinda go back to him always. Yeah man, you know, say the old Alkaline, the people them been asked for. And you know, say from Alkaline go back in him always. Dancehall can get nice again. We don't know if we are gonna get a clash between Alkaline and Vybz Kartel, because you know that is like long awaited. You know, Vybz Kartel not really a pre no clash at this time, but I guess if Alkaline go after him and the fans them say yo a clash, I guess it have to go on. But you the viewers can tell me what you think all about this. You know, it's a good look. Leave it in the comment section.
Who big here say is the king of the dancehall? Who big here say? Wait. Muta,
run
you
big
say the
here.
king of the dancer.
Eh?
Muta.
Yeah. Who you say the king of the dancehall big here?
Listen carefully. First and foremost, you see, I think that when we try to establish a king, we're setting up one against the other.
Yeah, but that don't call them narcissistic.
Hold on, Muta.
No, but if a man have 2 years and next man's king, I'm big.
Who is the king? No matter to me. We have.
It no matter to me neither.
We have.
What you mean?
You talk about being a man and Vybz Kartel, you're gonna.
Yeah, but we are in a court.
The things I go, them have the love and arm in the cruise, slam bombing at the cutting edge, but we are got show. We want to say yellow palo and them. You know, them say today is Ash Wednesday, and I know a whole heap of one. I bet you the majority of Jamaican people don't know what is the symbolism of Ash Wednesday. Whole heap of people don't know that. You have to go be very Roman Catholic, religious, to know that. Yet still they make it a holiday. I don't know why a religious day should be a holiday for everybody in a Jamaica. It's kind of weird, but that is the way how we work the thing. It's like how them have a Boxing Day, which is not a religious holiday, but the whole of Jamaica have to celebrate it, whether them like it or not. And then we have days where we should be celebrating, where we don't celebrate. We don't celebrate. Some days that is directly related to us, the majority of African people in Jamaica, where we just throw it aside and make them give with day to celebrate. You know, them guy have a thing come around now named Lent. Lent. That is the beginning of the end. And why I say the beginning of the end? After the part of it where you start to celebrate, I hear most people say, boy, them eat certain food during Lent. And then when it come around here to the end now, them say, them go have a thing named Holy Thursday. And then them have Good Friday. And then them have Easter Sunday and Easter Monday. And you know, all of those things is religious holidays. But people forget what it is all about. And them just party, and just keep them parties. And the symbolism of that get thrown away in some closet. You understand? And then the capitalists them take over and start to sell you things where you don't need. You don't need it. So we need to go in our head cup and understand how those historical events relate to we, if it relate to we, and how we can work around it, because it's nothing but pressure. All of it is pressure. Pressure upon the people them continuously to do something that them don't even know why them doing it. What is the reason why them doing it? You know, we can talk about it because we come up in a time when it was embedded in us for us. Celebrate these things, even if you want to or not. Parents make you celebrate it. They have a thing named Easter, bun, and cheese. And everybody look forward to Easter bun and cheese. And them don't know why they might eat Easter bun. And them don't know why they might eat cheese at that time of the year. Soon when you hear this program, you'll be hearing a whole heap of that being advertised on this program. Whole heap of people don't know why they might eat Easter bun and cheese. What is Easter? Because it's a set of people, set of religious people create that to manipulate the minds and the thinking of the people them. But we continue with Black history. We see some things that go on in Africa, you know, where we just tell you about long time. And this is the removal of the French out of Africa because they have controlled so much things that the people them were not able to have a decent economy in them country. And this economy derives from the mineral resources that these white people come, especially the French,
especially the French come and take out the mineral resources there and go make big money for themselves while leaving Africa poor still. Well, we see a whole heap of African country rise up to the occasion now and I say, look here, enough is enough, you know. We're not going to keep out there so to continue to dig out the resources while we get poor. And one of them countries, Burkina Faso, where a young president come up and say, look here, enough. And it's one of the only country that use what them get from them country to pay off the national debt. Can you believe that? It is reported that this country don't have no foreign debt hanging up over them head and over the people them of Burkina Faso. I will tell you that when Mali run out the French, and this Burkina Faso president run out the French also. And I did say, from last year, I said, what the hell when Senegal drive the French out of them country? Because Senegal is like the starship of Western Africa. Senegal is one of the country them in Africa where the prize of the French is Senegal. But now we see a youth come now and decide, say, look here, enough is enough. We're going to move the French in a way where them do have no them can manipulate mineral resources. And also the language. So I want to play this clip here, you know. I want you to listen to it, you know, serious thing. Listen to this clip here. Very important. Very important. Because we see Africa rising. And we have to keep in contact the African rising. Because it's not long. All right, here we go.
Oil refinery. It's a major move that has the potential to change the game, not just for the West African nation, but for the entire continent. Now, if you're thinking, okay, cool, why should I care? Stick with me, because this is about way more than just oil. It's about power, it's about control, and a shift as far as Africa finally beginning to take charge of its own future. Now, before we get into it, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss another critical conversation like the one we're about to have. All right, guys, so let's rewind a little bit, okay? Up until now, Senegal had to import refined petroleum product. So basically, crude oil would leave Africa, get processed elsewhere, and then come back at a higher price. And that's the cycle we've seen all over and over again in Africa. And frankly, it is one of the reasons why the continent remains one of the poorest on Earth. Although we are blessed with an unimaginable abundance of natural resources, and I'm talking about resources that cannot be found anywhere else in the world, we extract very little value from them. You see, most of these resources are exported out of the continent in their raw state, and then they are returned to the continent in a finished or refined state at a premium price. So something that should cost, maybe $1 will end up costing $5 because it was refined out of the country or the continent. There is very little value creation happening on the continent. So think oil, gold, diamond, cocoa, you name it. But Senegal just said, enough of that. Time to change that. And so it all began in 2014 when the Sangomar offshore oil field was discovered off the coast of Senegal. Drilling in the field began in 2024, and this put Senegal on the map as an oil-producing nation. But here's where things got really interesting, because instead of just pumping the oil and shipping it off to be refined somewhere else, Senegal made a power move. They said, we will build our own local refinery and keep that value right at home. And that's exactly what they've done. You see, they've invested over $1 billion in upgrades to their national refinery known as Senegal African Refinery Company, SAR. leveraging financing from local banks, as well as the Pan-African Bank, Afrexim Bank. And today they've processed their first batch of crude, 650,000 barrels to be exact, producing 90,000 tons of diesel, gasoline, kerosene, and butane gas. That's huge. But they are not done yet, as they are reportedly in the midst of an additional $500 million deal to further expand their capacity. So let's zoom out for a second. Why does this matter beyond Senegal? Because this is about Africa shifting from being just a supplier of raw materials to actually controlling the production process. You see, oil isn't just a resource, right? Oil is power. The countries that control oil production control their own economic destiny. Look at Dubai. Look at Saudi Arabia. And for way too long, African nations have been locked out of that power structure. Think about it. Nigeria, Angola, Ghana, they have all got oil, but they still have to import refined fuel. It just doesn't make any sense. Meanwhile, countries like the US, China, and Europe make billions refining and selling it back to Africans. Now that's the cycle that Senegal is breaking here. Fuel prices could drop. Local jobs, potentially thousands of them created. Energy security, a huge step forward. And let's not forget the bigger picture. Africa loses billions every year by not refining its own resources. So Senegal's move is proof that that doesn't have to be the case. But of course, with big wins come big responsibilities, right? The government has already set up commissions to review oil contracts to make sure that foreign companies aren't walking away with all the profits. And that's the right move. Because if we're talking long-term success, we have to make sure that the money is staying in the country and that it's benefiting its people. So the next step, well, Senegal needs to reinvest these oil revenues very wisely. Infrastructure, education, and this is a big one, renewable energy. They have the chance, an opportunity to be a leader, not just in oil, but in Africa's transition to clean energy. And let's hope they take that.
Now, few had heard of him a year ago, and now he is set to become Africa's youngest president. The official results of Senegal's election are expected by the 29th of March, but provisional results show that opposition leader Bassirou Diomaye Faye, who's 44, is set to win. His extraordinary rise caps a rollercoaster period in Senegalese politics that caught many off guard. Months in jail alongside ally and kingmaker Ousmane Sonko ended suddenly, with the pair released the week before the presidential election. Now, Mr. Clean, as he's nicknamed, has promised to get to work on some sweeping reforms. Let's speak to our West Africa correspondent, Thomas Nardi. Just tell us a little bit more about Mr. Faye.
Well, Diomaye Faye is a 44-year-old tax inspector and a member of the disbanded Positive Party, co-founded by popular opposition figure Ousmane Sonko. They were both imprisoned on separate charges and subsequently released just days before the election. And Ousmane Sonko was disqualified from contesting in the election because of a suspended defamation conviction. So Diomaye Faye was selected to replace him. He's known among his peers to stand for the principles of fairness, integrity, and transparency. And he's already started speaking. He said that he will rule this country with humility and he will also fight corruption. He's promised to reform the country's institutions and deal with challenges facing the youth, such as unemployment and the high cost of living. He made these remarks during his first public appearance after his main political challenger conceded defeat.
Okay, thank you very much. That's Thomas Nardi for us there, our West Africa correspondent.
What's happening in Senegal also speaks to the importance of leadership. Since taking office in April 2024, President Bassirou Diomaye Faye, the youngest elected leader in Africa, has made one thing clear. Senegal is reclaiming its sovereignty. And he's not just talking the talk, he's walking it, taking decisive action. In November 2024, he ordered the withdrawal of French military troops, sending a strong message that Senegal will no longer be a staging ground for foreign powers.
As French people, could you imagine seeing us in your country with tanks or military vehicles, with Senegalese soldiers in Senegalese uniforms? That's what history has been like. France has enslaved, colonized, and remained.
And on the economic front, he's renegotiating oil and gas contracts, making sure that Senegal, not foreign companies, reaps the benefits of its natural resources. And he's also doubling down on cultural independence, pushing for the use of indigenous languages, and I love this, over French in schools and government. So what's the takeaway? It's simple. Senegal is setting the blueprint for how African countries can take control of their own resources and break free from dependence on foreign players. This refinery is bigger than oil. It's about self-sufficiency. It's about economic growth and a new vision for Africa's future. And for me, it is just so exciting to see. So the question now is, who's next? Which African nation would you like to see follow Senegal's lead? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. That's it for today's break.
African. That is really what this program is all about, trying to reconnect. You understand? Trying to reconnect. So you hear the documentary, look at that thing about Senegal a while ago. And as I say, Burkina Faso is leading the way in a whole heap of different ways where Africans look now, look pan Senegal, not look pan Senegal, look pan Burkina Faso, and I see it as a light at the end of the tunnel. So you find say Ghana now, step in pan that. Ghana step in pan that. So we hope that light at the end of the tunnel will just bright up the place that other African leaders can see say it's necessary to take them, so we are going to America. So we are going to America. One man has turned the whole world upside down, One man has turned the whole world upside down. And the whole of them make them wishes off African people. All of them. Even though you hear them talk about America for them own, thief the land, capture land, them thief it from the native. Them go to Turkey Island and see the land and decide them go left Europe and go over there, go thief land. And now them go and like say, them are no alien in the land. Them go there go see people, like everywhere else where them go capture it. Them go there go see people. And now we hear them and say, people are alien. All the Mexican, did you know that California and part of Texas and all this place was once Mexico? Yes, it was once Mexico. All of them land where you hear them talk about them now. All of them land there. California, them say the third richest state. Well, not the third richest state, but if you check it on the world, which country is richer than which country, even though California is just a state in America, it would be one of the richest countries in the world if it was a country by itself and not a part of the continent of America. And this part of that country was part of Mexico. So why you think you have places named San Diego and Santa Cruz and Santa Monica and all these places? It's Spanish name them there, Spanish name them. And now them are look on the Spaniards, them who live in Mexico, as alien. alien. Well, them say what goes around come around. So we're going to see what going to happen. We're going to see what going to happen. Here we go. Here we go. What is happening here? All right. Apparently something is going wrong with this thing. So we could go here now then.
Execution, boiling his body for oil and turning his remains into souvenirs. Enslaved Africans' hair was used to stuff furniture, including pillows and mattresses, while their teeth were sold as dentures for white wealthy people, including but not limited to George Washington. The skin of the enslaved individual was flayed and turned into leather for shoes and clothing. Pregnant black women were whipped on their stomachs to induce miscarriages or forced to give birth under inhumane conditions, only to have their infants sold off. Enslaved men and women were subject to brutal medical procedures without anesthesia or consent. Tools like thumb screws and iron muzzles were used to silence them, while branding irons seared their skin with the marks of their enslavers. Rape was weaponized as a tool of control, with enslaved women forced to bear children who were automatically enslaved, perpetuating the cycle. Families were torn apart at auction blocks, with children as young as toddlers sold to distant plantations, never to see their parents again. Even after death, the bodies of enslaved people were desecrated. Their remains were often stolen from graveyards and used for medical dissections or experimentation. Their lives were treated as commodities, and their suffering was systematic, deliberate, and utterly inhumane. Slavery wasn't just a labor system. It was a calculated mechanism of dehumanization, leaving a legacy of cruelty and trauma that reverberates through history to this day. And still, there is no recompense or reparations for the descendants of the enslaved.
Them things that's recorded, you know. Them things that's things that them don't want you hear. And them call we savage and vicious. Them call we uncivilized. You hear the man say what them used to do with the African body, the body. And guess what? Me have picture of them thing there, you know. Me not talk about drawing neither, you know. Me talk about photograph. Photograph of what them people they used to do. Especially when them lynch a black man in America. The land of the free and the brings in America. And I want to say the picture of them when me have, you know, it's not black people take the picture of them, you know. It's white people take the picture of them on the ground up where them was doing it, while them was doing it. And now it's in a book. Not painting, me talk about book. I used to last the words. Black history not done, you know. Oh, me I tell you, our black history not done because of March. Reggae Month might done, but our black history not done. Listen.
Do you want a better Africa? Believe it or not, for Africa to change, the way religion is delivered must change. Churches should stop preaching about miracles and breakthroughs. Popular preaching such as sowing a seed or, give and it shall be given unto you, have been misinterpreted for personal gain. No wonder pastors of today are so rich and yet the whole congregation and people around them remain poor. We are stuck with a generation of Africans who act as if God is the rewarder of laziness and poverty. The message churches send is that it is possible to reap where you did not sow, meaning you can get something out of nothing. Why should a child choose to learn the hard way if there is an easier way? The live for today attitude does not create wealth and people die without leaving any legacy. You then sit and wonder why Africa is the way it is today? The gospel of prosperity should be shamed and work around the fact that laziness can never reap real success. Christianity has played a very big role to the fall of Africa today, but that is not what it is intended for. Spreading messages of instant success have led to a generation of people who are thirsty for instant results, immediate relief, and effortless profit. The messages should not just focus of tithing and sowing seed, blessings, miracles, breakthroughs, and wonders. Churches should stop glorifying riches acquired through miraculous sources, stop preaching fear and stop focusing on what the devil or witches did, does, or will do. Instead, they should preach positive news and focus on messages that add value to the communities, such as hard work, creativity, dedication, commitment, perseverance, and responsibility. Pastors can promote good community initiatives such as cleaning the surroundings, and encourage creativity and innovation. Instead of waiting for our governments to do what they do not do, we can start helping ourselves, through humanism. The brother who becomes a millionaire by simply sowing a seed, does not help build a better community, and the message of such success should not be spread and showcased. Instead, the applause should go to someone who has succeeded by hard work and perseverance. Start preaching the gospel of working hard, produce goods and services, planning, critical thinking, analysis, strategy, visibility plans, system building, market and customer analysis, and the process involved in production of goods and services. This is how noble people and wealth is created. Rushing a sick person to church for prayers does not prevent that person from dying, but correct medication and treatment will. Haven't you wondered why people in Africa still died of Ebola despite prayers? Preach the real word of God instead. You do not need the pastor's blessings to create wealth in life. Wealth and clean cities don't come by miracle or magic. Religious superstitions, such as the shout of, "I receive it," and the loudest shout of, "Amen," is not enough to fulfill your wishes. True religion and true Christianity must, and can only, produce productive youth. For Africa to be globally competitive, education alone is not enough. We need to nurture creativity, innovation, and good governance. What is an engineering degree doing if you cannot even produce a water pump? Ask yourself a question: what have other people created with a similar qualification other than just looking for a job? Please, be slow to anger, slow to judge, quick to listen and try to understand. If not for you...
Crazy. We want to take a break and come forward. Break time. We are going rough tonight, you know. We are going rough tonight, believe you me. Here we go. But these people forget them history. Them forget them history. Believe.
Not soldiers. He was just trying to make it day by day. We have supported state terrorism against the Palestinians and black South Africans, and now we are indignant because the stuff we have done overseas is now brought right back into our own front yards. America's chickens are coming home.
Lies. Lie number one, Africa is a country. Africa is a continent with 54 countries, each with unique cultures, languages, and histories. Lie number two, Africa is poor. Africa is rich in resources, from gold and oil to tech startups and a booming economy. Countries like Nigeria, South Africa, and Kenya have multi-billion-dollar industries. Lie number three, Africans live in huts. Yes, traditional homes exist, but Africa has modern cities like Nairobi, Lagos, and Johannesburg with skyscrapers, highways, and high-tech hubs. Lie number four, Africa is unsafe. While some regions face conflicts, Africa is home to some of the world's safest places, including Botswana, Rwanda, and Mauritius. Lie number five, Africa contributes nothing to science. Africans invented mathematics, astronomy, and medicine long before colonization. Today, African scientists and engineers are making global breakthroughs. Lie number six, Africa needs saving. The idea that Africa needs saving ignores the fact that Africans are building their own futures, leading in business, tech, and governance. Lie number seven, Africans don't speak English or French. Many Many Africans are multilingual, speaking local languages and global ones like English, French, Portuguese, and Arabic. Lie number 8. Africa has no history. From the great Zimbabwe ruins to the Mali Empire, Africa's history is rich and deep, dating back thousands of years. Before I reveal the last 2 big lies about Africa, I'm kindly asking you to like this video to help Africa Rise reach more people. Lie number 9, Africa is always at war. While conflicts exist, most African countries are peaceful and stable with growing economies and democratic governments. Lie number 10, Africans are not educated. Africa has top universities and Africans excel in global institutions leading in medicine, engineering, and politics worldwide. Let's spread the truth about Africa. Stay inspired, stay Africarized.
Phone call them after 12 with it. It is us, it is we. It is what we left behind. Coming over here and living in this mess where we find ourselves in now. Yuma Sikela, the late great Yuma Sikela. Here we go. We're going to take the 12 o'clock break and come forward. I can't appreciate music again. It get warped up, man. Believe you me. That's you Masikela out of South Africa talking about that train, that coal train that carry them in the heart of the ground. And also dig out the coal and the diamond and the gold. And people die for that. While the West get rich off of those coal mines, off of those diamond mines. Yes, them get rich.
Yeah, man. Yeah, really, Professor Muta, yeah, Carbon.
I have a technical louder though.
Say, yeah, really, Professor, yeah, Carbon, Jerry, man. I hope the creator himself go to some more million more lives to live, to educate the dunce black people, the dunce one them more time. I'm going to make an apology about that. And I hope young Carbon live for the next million more years to educate this dunce and ignorant black people. Alright, big up to Virgin Rastal and a long time man, but Muta, very educated. I don't drink coffee Muta, I'm coming tired. I drink coffee for still. Program did wicked last year, I sleep it out. Unfortunately, but Muta, man, I heard so much bad things about Africa. And I since me leave school and go up, I realize this is the greatest country. But yes, still, we listen to the people are more oppressed and believing in them. Really, no, Muta. The people are more oppressed, you know. The people in a squalor will believe in them and listen to them more. Africa, jungle and lion and this, that, and the devil knows what. And there's nobody from the educated fraternity like the university and the Ministry of Education come on TV and show people them say all of them things are missing, and just keep it same way, so, you know. I give you impression, say, we don't have to look for riches down here, you know, for wait to reach heaven, to riches and then no one go heaven, you know.
Well, that's why we bring the program, yeah. That's why we turn the program that way, yeah, you know.
That's why one man have 28 accounts and he just keeps still stuff. But Muta, 50-odd Jamaican died by the police. 50-odd, I know you know, man, 50-odd Jamaican black youth.
Man.
My assumption, my youth, my assumption may be wrong. 58 black Jamaican, you know, poor black people, that is my assumption. I don't know how much from Cherrigan and I got die because I don't have any access or can do survey, no, them status. 58 black Jamaican poor man die, Muta. by shootout. So you tell me no Muta, me I don't. And me have 4 friends I jump over a fence. We don't know what over the fence, Muta. And when I jump over the fence, 4 of my friends them jump over there and get dog bite. And me, no, I'm not brain. Me not protect myself to go over there, Muta. So how is it that these people are so unfortunate that the Prime Minister and Delroy Chuck said, and the minister, when they can't speak English, they say, once a pint gun on the police and the same police commissioner just no. We as the police are do a gunman do. And I justify that with no say them thing and nothing go saying about I bet if they reach Beverly and Sugar and go so. But Muta, I want the constitution change. If a black man follow the law, the same consequence go to him, I go for him with the same thing. Go to the man of Beverly and Sugar. I want the law set away.
Hold on there now. But you have to admit, say, we are going amongst them youth and now going on Beverly Hills, you know. Nobody now jump fence and a fire shot at a policeman over Beverly Hills. Most of the places where the gunshot a fire in the garrison, them which part of the people.
In the garrison, Muta, yes. But Muta, we are so educated that we bring a perfect ticketing system to mitigate the problem. Why we can't bring a system to mitigate the problem from the youth and keep far from the gun and make money and take care of them family and contribute to the society? Why? Is it that we don't like black people? But Muta, the Prime Minister last week, I lick out now upon the police. Or unfortunate, last week, I don't remember exactly, but like him, I say, the police is there to protect the Jamaican people, and we can't have the amount of shooting.
The police might kill people.
Yeah, right.
Too much people are dead by a police gun.
Too much people are dead by a police gun. It's the contradiction. But yes, still Muta, I am telling you from good source, them get harder to do them harder. And never tell you the wrong thing. I mean, know that. I mean, I facts about you. We can't discuss certain things. But for Muta, we cannot have a civilized country run that way. I am not saying that you kick off a poor man door and kill him when the police come for you. You expect ice cream from the police. Because we have some real gunman Muta we need to get rid of. But Muta, we still don't get rid of the extortion. The underworld economy. The guns still are coming. And I know where the gun come from.
Yesterday with a whole heap of gun.
Alright, where the gun come from? US. So how we have all this general...
I'm not talking to the government about that at US.
But Muta, we used to have that general from the US come to Jamaica. The focus was that the general are going to make sure the border closed. And that was the emphasis. I think the last one is the same thing. We stop the gun. Then Muta, you carry a... We not smoke, but you carry a ganja go US and say, so all them big old gun here leave US sure and reach you. With the tightness of US security. Yeah. Something wrong, Muta?
Of course.
Something obviously wrong.
Of course,
and we are taught Muta, we do have enough, almost 1 or 2 coast guard there, so we have a patrol the sea. Almost 2 marine boats and patrol our. So,
sure. The coastline.
All right. So all the them attack Muta are just chatting. Nothing to stop the gun from coming here. And it's an underworld economy Muta. So them friends are benefit, the judge are benefit, the lawyer are benefit, the dead house are benefit. You know, yes, so the one we're in charge of Minister of Health, but they want to call own dead house. The Muta, there are benefits from it. Poor people at any time it's reach everybody. Watch if them not do something about it. You go in and get to Muta. I hear how much people get shoot down. Nobody have a license to protect himself in a Muta.
We have a break.
We have to take a break. We have to take a break.
Long life and big up to Raspa.
We have to take a break.
Long life Muta.
You have to call back, yeah?
All right, cool, my boss.
Yeah, that's it. Yes, break. Break time.
Yeah, man, everything is everything. Quickly, because we know it go. Me just glad that since me denouncing of that Andrew on his political gerrymandering to T-Fata, St. Catherine, my parish, Portmore, that people in Portmore come out in them thousands and demonstrate against this idiot corrupt 15 parish thing to Portmore. and say what are needed are facilities for the area and no 15 parish thing and so on. So I'm glad that the people come out and think because I get the reports, videos and otherwise.
Yeah, them suppose the other party I go carry them go court.
Yes, I know that too. Exactly. So I'm glad that since we launched that denunciation, that action has continued and we must go straight up because St. Catherine, my parish, must not be reduced in size by no guy and thing. Then the next thing is that racist sabotage again. Just like in Stonebridge, London, Northwest London, Bridge Park Community and Culture Center, which the Africans in Brent Borough fought and got. And he's being threatened to be taken away by the Labour Council leader for Brent, Mohammed Butt, you know, Muslim Pakistani thing, right? Administration, because they want to take away Bridge Park Community and Culture Center from our community to see them own people. That in Nottingham City Council, another one named Khan, K-H-A-N, is wanting to take away the Marcus Garvey Center in Nottingham from our community also. Oh, yeah? Yes. There is a daycare center there for our elders, African elders in Nottingham, and they have stopped the daycare center taking care of our African senior citizens at the Bridge Park, at the Nottingham Marcus Garvey Center in Nottingham, because they want to claim to demolish the place. Demolish the place. Now the Marcus Garvey Center is a place that in Nottingham that provide facilities for our community to meet and to take care of our elderly during the days and that type of thing. Is this racist that they don't want us to have things of our own? Many things that Africans in Britain used to have, we no longer have, and we have to stand strong with that concern. It was just a few months ago that I played at the Marcus Garvey Center in Nottingham because one of Spanish Town, well-known man by the name of Nashi from Tarspen. See, three blind mice, one of the three blind mice. He was the last one who died. Asian Sterling here, the Springer died years ago. I went to his funeral there because Valerie, who continued with her father's son, V-Rocket, you know, is his niece. And I went there as a Spanish Town man because I know Nashi from them time there and played there. And to know that they want to take away our Marcus Garvey, see the name? Marcus Garvey Center in Nottingham. Destroy them, destroy what we as a people have done. Yeah. And we will not allow this to work. And this is why I'm making you, Muta, and others know what is going on. Because the greatest thing is to know. Because if we don't know, then our enemies will defeat us. So may I make our people worldwide know what is going on here. Right? For real. The Marcus Garvey Center in Nottingham and also the Bridge Park Community and Culture Center in Stonebridge, beside Halsden and Wembley, must remain in the hands.
So we have demonstration up there? We have demonstration?
Yes, man. Yes, man. We have demonstration, man. But, you know, we have to keep the fire burning, you know. Because, you see, if we go silent, that is where them want, you know, go silent and then, like, nothing happen. So we have to keep the pressure on up front. Every time. And keep you posted where this is concerned.
All right, tell me something more. Tell me something about this conservative daughter, this black daughter named Kemi.
Oh, the girl Kemi, but that man is a slave, that man.
Well, I mean, you talk something that I wonder. You should talk some things, and I say, I couldn't have a black woman attack. When I look, Mrs. is a black woman.
Yes, man. Listen, she only look African, but her mentality is totally European. She have a European as a husband and pick me with the European and thing. Her mentality is totally European. See? And I talk about, say, make excuses for the racist British Empire. The biggest and wickedest empire in history. But about them never do so bad and them did do some good things to our people.
You shut it up for Trump too. Me shut it up for Trump.
Do some good things to them.
Me shut it up for Trump.
Yes, man. And Trump. She and Trump for dump. And you know, Republicans and Democrats are the same as Malcolm X said. No difference. No difference. You know?
So what she is? What she is? What she is? Okay, in other house.
She is of Yoruba nation. Kemi, that's a Yoruba name. But the Badenak is a European husband name. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
So she come from Nigeria. She come from Nigeria.
Nigeria, yes, man. Yeah, Yoruba from Nigeria. Yoruba. That's where the name for the creator in a Yoruba is all around.
Yeah, but I mean, you should talk some things, man. I say, what the hell is wrong with this woman?
Yeah, man. No, it's a traitor, man. And there are other traitors like her who we have to deal with, both males and females. And by the way, last Thursday, the 27th, there was a church service in Tottenham, Manor Road, for Cowboy. That's Luther with.
Oh, yeah. I tell you, my mind run pan him too, you know. My mind run pan him too.
Yeah. He more buried at Jamaica in a Portland, Kensington, beside his mother and brother. Yes.
What?
Yes. Beside his mother and.
So the station still around? The station still there? Around?
No, but I tell you, that is so sad. Since Cowboy dead, it's like the station dead. That's why. Since then, me I tell you see, when you have people who don't have your mentality and things,
the vision.
The vision. Because you remember when we did bring him, bring you to him station to do your thing when you were here live. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know, them. And of course, you have to remember that Cowboy is the one who attacked your cutting edge by transmitting it in real time for years.
You know what I mean, man, nearly 30 years.
For nearly 30 years.
Yeah, man, he make people know about cutting edge in England.
Yes. Yeah. So accolades to Cowboy for that, but
I tell you,
him children, them not of his mentality.
Yeah.
They don't have that mentality. The station dead since him dead. That's the truth. So I am on a station and I'm on a Monday called Bless.
Well, I could take a break. I could take a break and come forward. I could take the break.
Yeah.
Stop it. Yeah. Mandingo?
Yes, Muta. Yeah, man. So, since January, I am on blessradio1.com every Monday from 4 to 7 London time. And the thing with it is that you can actually see me in the studio operating and DJing because it's transmitted live on YouTube. So you see me in real time.
I don't want women come away and up there.
Yes. We also went, yes. That's the same one.
All
so
right.
Tail up to the raspberry control that, you know what I mean? So every Monday, and you see me in the studio operating and thing, DJing and talking and that type of thing. I'll send some of the shows to you because I send them out to people. So that you can see me.
All right.
And listen, because the only boy, one of the pioneers of Lovers Rock, who lives in Brazil more than 10 years now, and one of the biggest reggae artists in Brazil, he did a song in Jamaica in the 90s called Brother Man. And he's asking me to promote it in Jamaica again because it's dealing with the sickening violence in Jamaica that me and you and many other people know about. You know you have people who want to retire and come back to Jamaica, and because of the violence, as you know, living abroad in the States.
Only boy Martin you talk about?
No, not only boy Martin.
Okay.
This is.
Hello? Oh, gone.
From St. Elizabeth. Yeah. He's one of the biggest reggae artists in Brazil. And Sidney Crooks, they found out the Pioneers group, had his 80th birthday show in Brazil, where he sings at Norris School about 2 weeks ago. And that was a great success also. Sidney Crooks from Westmoreland. And one here no burning
might
here.
have put call a shot because we have a link, coming in.
All right, you know, Mandingo.
Yeah.
They might tell me so we have a link on the cruise boat there. So I have to go to the cruise.
The cruise boat and thing.
Yeah.
Well, all right, the final thing is sad that Tuesday, a 16-year-old youth was shot dead on Paradise Road in front of a school in the Stockwell area, near Stockwell to and he died. When cops were called to the scene 3:20, that was on Tuesday.
We have to move.
All right. Next week then. See?
Yeah, man. Yes, so we hear that we're going back to the ship. We're going back to the ship. How much o'clock we go back to the ship? Well, I take a sudden man, okay. All right, so the arm and the cruise is on the line here, so we want to go to them on the boat. Yes, Ian.
Yes, Muta.
Oh, you left me, man. Oh, you left me. Oh, you mean to left me?
We are here on the ship and it's no original ship.
What?
They say we are here on the ship and it's no original ship.
No, but you left me off of the cruise. I don't understand that.
We don't know if you want to spend too much time past sea, man. We know you're the past sea earlier on and all that. We think, one time on the sea, for the year, you're not good. We don't know. All right, so we have arranged to make sure you're the on the sea next time.
Then you see, you don't promise me that, man.
No, we don't promise. We don't promise now.
No, I said the CEO promised me that.
CEO promised. All right. So me have to remind the CEO say you're supposed to dip on the ship next year. I don't know no general ship.
I don't know general ship.
All right,
well, so it go.
Well, I want to tell us that the vibes turn up and me I started, normally Courtney Mac and Big A started, but me I started this time because me I put something on the table where me know say it has been a controversial argument for a while. I listen, me analyze all the points. Sometimes it all swing on another side. I listen and I say, that kind of makes sense. But you see, tonight, me convinced Dr. Beanie Man is a king of the dancehall. This is no euphoric moment. I am seeing this guy for 1993 Reggae Sunsplash at Jamroll. I saw this guy for the first time looking good. I remember the Green Arm thing in the stadium and him getting boo and all of that. But from 1993, this guy hasn't looked back. And trust me, the performance tonight is not a euphoric moment. This is not a moment where people long to see somebody, or a moment where, this is Beanie Man at Beanie Man's best for 30 consecutive years. And I will say, come next week or next year or some other time, somebody else will be king of the dancehall. But no, Beanie Man are the king of the dancehall. And all the other arguments have come up to a man who had do this consistently for 30 odd years. I think doing something consistently for over 30 odd years, Beanie Man might claim say 40, 50 years. We don't think about that. I talk about 1993 till now. What we have seen is consistent high energy, holding them crowd. Trust me, Beanie Man off the chain. Big A, what do you think about that?
All right. The first thing you have to establish before we can have that conversation is what makes a king a king. What criteria you use to judge a king?
My criteria is this man has been performing.
No, it can't be your criteria, though. It has to be the criteria of the nation. If you are going to crown the king of the dancehall, it can't be your perspective, It has to be a general perspective. And everybody... No, and that is the problem. And that is why there are so many different opinions as to who is the king. Because there is no common perspective. There is not a common marker between all the different variants of the industry to say. I remember, if you're going to crown a prime minister, remember. No, but listen. No. If you have a prime minister of a country, right? It is the people who go and vote, and the person who get the most vote, become the prime minister.
I get that, you know.
Right. So how you going to crown the king of the dancehall and the people? No, fine. And I'm just asking you now, what is the criteria for the king of the dancehall? No,
but wait, hold on. I can't come in on the argument. I can't come in.
Yeah, man.
Don't drown me, no. Don't drown me. Look, I know.
Come in, Muta.
All right. A king is not selected by the people, you know. It's a dynasty select the king.
No.
The prime minister is selected by in parliamentarians. But the
all
king
right, so who should
not
crown the king of the dancehall then, Muta?
Eh?
Who should crown the king of the dancehall?
Who should crown the king? Well, you have to go check him dynasty. What him accomplishment was. Accomplishment, you have to check him by.
No, but that is not how you measure the king in other.
Yeah, so that's not how the king of the dancehall get measured.
It is lineage, don't it? Right, and we have said lineage.
Accomplishment. It's
a different metric you're going to have to use now. Is lineage make you the king in other jurisdictions? Eh? The king pass it on to him, son who pass it on to him, son who pass it on to him.
No, that kind of lineage. They talk about accomplishment. The accomplishment. No, that is what we are talking about.
But you're now making a different regulation now as to what should be your king.
No, I true. You say king. No, I true. You say king. You know, that's what me go after. How people select king. How king get selected. King is not selected by the people.
Kings get selected out of lineage.
Yeah, but not the people. The people don't select king. Cause if a king get hated, King George, so no, I know people them select him. And kings all over the time was never selected.
So now, can we now agree as to the criteria for us to select the king? And it can't be Nick's perspective. And if my perspective,
yeah, well, I not check up you. I not check up you now, you know.
Well, all right, Muta, we have a man, Anthony.
I not go say none of them are the king, you know. I not go say that, you know. One must figure it out.
Well, guess what?
I don't want to go over that track at all.
Muta.
Yeah.
It's two different ways we can look at this. We can look at it in generations. So if you go from the 70s to 80s, you can easily say Yellow Man is king. If you go from, say, the 90s to 2000,
it's an accomplishment, that's accomplishment.
And all right, hear me out, Muta, hear me out.
Yeah.
Then the third era now, from Kartel, so from the 2000 to now, Kartel has established himself. But what I am saying, I've broken it down into 7 categories to determine who is the king of dancehall. International success, that's the first thing. Then we have hit songs. The third thing is live stage performance. Then we have pop culture influence, generational influence, artist development.
So who you say the king? No, with all of that, who you say the king?
No. The king, when I broke it down into these 7 categories, there's one undisputed king of dancehall.
And it's
undisputed.
Yeah.
And it's Beanie Man, the Dr. Beanie Man.
Oh, you say Beanie Man, okay.
And if you want to go through the 7 categories.
No, I know why you go through it. I know why you go through it. I know why you go through it, you know. I just see why you are going on the boat.
Can I just step in?
All right. So I don't select the king right now, you know. Is that the king I select right now? And Nick bring up the conversation, then it just go on still.
All right. So I hear all the gentlemen talk, and you know the truth about this is that you know the business by extension don't really have an official structure as it relates to who is named the king. And all of the elements that you went through, I mean, are things that persons are looking at. And you have several names that are being called, including Sean Paul for accolades, having the most accolades in dancehall in recent times. And of course, as a matter of fact, if the statistics show of all times, you understand, Sean Paul is a king in his own right. You have persons talking about Vybz Kartel, who is a king in his own right. You could probably look at the direction of him being a recording artist, not necessarily a performer. You have persons talking about Bounty Killer, who is also a king in his own right because of the fact that he was able to bring talent to the forefront, contributing to them and turning them into millionaires and stars globally. That's also a lot of persons thinking that he's a king. There's persons who think about Shabarat from back in the time, before that entire era. There are persons who think about Beenie Man because he's a great performer, just like what we witnessed tonight. So the truth is there are different elements of it. All of them are great in their own rights. Because of the structure, or because of no structure rather, there's not an official body that is there. There's not something that we can say, okay, this is a king. What we basically work off is sometimes some persons who are running the place for a long time. There are several entertainers whose names were not mentioned, but they are kings in their own right because, I mean, there's a period that they run dancehall, which means, I mean, we're talking about like Elephant Man who performed last night and several other entertainers.
According to this, according to politics. Courtney.
I understand. The fact is,
Courtney, you can't talk about king in their own right, you know. King can't be their own right.
Yellow man in come up.
Nick.
I them screaming them come up.
I'm not up on the boat and not take over my program, so I don't understand that.
Nick, hold on. Let me just say this.
Hold on there, wait there, hold on. Listen to me now. A king can't be king in his own right, you know.
Let me just
nobody knows this woman.
Let me just add this. Hold on. Let me just say this. So Nick, hold on. Nick, hold on. Nick, hold on. Nick, let me just say this. Hold on. Let me just say this. The truth is, you know, when we speak about these names, you know, we don't inject our personal selves into. No, hold on.
Never say them personal.
Let me just. No. Hold on.
Sean Paul not making me big with the dancehall music. That's a fact.
Hold on, Nick. What you saying to me, Nick? All of Sean Paul's successes came from an original dancehall track. That is a known fact. He's the only entertainer who crossed over to mainstream with a dancehall song consistently. And the accolades and all the merits that you can get in dancehall music shows that Sean Paul is the number one act in terms of streaming numbers, well, not necessarily performance, but also what he's getting for performance, the territories that he's going. And there are albums, there are several highlights we can give, but nevertheless, the streets will not accept and tell you that he's a Sean Paul because of the color of his skin or because of the fact that he's not from downtown or he's not from round the corner. The reality of it is that every one of these entertainers in their own right play a great role into this business for reggae and by extension dancehall. But the truth is, all of them in their own right doing great things for dancehall. What we witnessed tonight is crowning Beenie Man as one of the top performers that dancehall has ever seen. And we can't go around that.
Your opinion, but let's check the streets. The fact is, Sean Paul and Shaggy's achievement is off the chain. This is almost like no comparison there. But of Jamaican people, I mean, when they talk about the dancehall who are run the dancehall and all of that, do they accept? In a sense, it's almost like they accept them higher than that. So I mean, you show them in a something where Jamaican people has almost like put them higher than that already.
Nicholas, let me ask you a question. What is the biggest platform right now that is selling music or streaming music from?
Well, you see.
No. I'm just making a point to you. The platform.
Jamaican people don't buy music.
No, that's my point that I make.
But I'm saying we are talking.
No, Nick, hold on. Let me just make this point. Jamaican's biggest platform in terms of streaming music is YouTube. YouTube pays the minimum amount in music. Spotify being one of the highest, and all the other platforms.
We already accept the Sean Paul and Shaggy.
I am justifying. No. I am coming from a place where I watch stats and I watch the entertainers and what them are doing in the market. I am saying that we can hear, and for the entire night we can all share different opinions, and it's okay. It's fine. All of us share different opinions. I know the reason why I'm saying what I'm saying. You feel a certain kind of way because of what you've seen before and also what you're seeing tonight. And by respect, I give Beenie Man the most credit that he can possibly get. As a matter of fact, not only because he performed well, but also how he dealt with the situation.
Who Big Ear say is the king of the dancehall? Who Big Ear say?
Muta
run Big Ear?
King of the dancehall.
Eh?
Muta.
Yeah. Who you say is the king of the dancehall, Big Ear?
Listen carefully.
First and foremost, you see, I think that when we try to establish a king, we're setting up one against the other.
But that don't call them narcissistic.
Hold on, Muta.
The people who do that are narcissistic.
No, hold on. Let me explain something to you. And this is my position, right? You come on your program and you preach unity and you preach love, yes? And you preach coming together of a nation and of a people. Now, we have too many things for divide us. We're going to make the king, who is king divide again, you know. We have religion and divide. We have the economics are divided. We have the color with skin are divided. We have politics are divided. We're going to come again and make the music divided.
No, but if a man has 2 years and next man's king, I'm big.
King, who is the king? No matter to me. We have
no matter to me
kings,
neither.
We have many princes. We have many queens of reggae music and dancehall. Because single out one person is to further again nitpick and divide our people when we should be coming together. That's my.
Then, all right. So, when them say, Master Groove is the queen of reggae, nobody no ball out loud and say no. Nobody now go against one another because them say that. It don't have nothing to do with the people them saying it, you know. It have something to do with the individuals who very up in themselves, narcissistic, and who just can't take say somebody else and do something like them.
That is why I'm not going down the road and try to pick a side. Because
all right, you don't pick a side. Neither me.
You see, again, sometimes we try, behave as if we are above the human natural brain. The fact is, persons are going to look on and see it, how they feel. All right, I listen to this argument for a long while, and I listen to all the things putting forward. And one time, me I lean up on the cartel side, and then me I listen to the whole thing, and then when I look at it, I have seen them. I start analyze the situation. I say, yo, at 30 odd years, a brother, you go on away here. 30 odd years, and for a man. We know dancehall, a whole part artists as big as since you may have talking about, we might have got to do a show for call back some artists where we don't hear about long time, some archive and some other we don't hear about long time. No feel like we're in a bounty, a legend, you know, fit have 2 DJ, a DJ we are talking about now, you know. And not singing like Master Griffiths and Bob Marley and all that now. A DJ we are talking about and fit 2 man. The past stage from 1992, 93 until now and a ram up place and crowd that jump. That no normal. And me believe a man who come up, some years after, and practically I do the same, shouldn't yet, just like how them a hold up and to give national hero. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's a different. How you reach it so? But
that is it.
How you reach it so?
Muta, what we are talking about national hero now.
We are talking about you reach a bolt and that. No, that not reach it so.
No, what you mean reach it so?
You talk about being a man and Vybz Kartel, you're going to.
Yeah, but we are in a country where people make all kind of criteria what they want, to hold back what they want, and all of that. And that's a fact. No, but me not hold back nobody.
No, but you are making a criteria to justify your end. And I am saying to you that is your.
At least I'm not making a criteria to hold back nobody.
Nobody now fight your opinion.
Yeah, opinions will happen, and it's an ongoing thing.
You're going to check.
Exactly. And as I said before, maybe next week or next year or somewhere down the road, me look and see Kartel and see, because me say when I listen to the debate, you know.
So you never see Kartel perform it? You never see Kartel perform it?
Yeah, man, I've seen Kartel perform. But I can tell you, Jamaica doesn't have a performer in Jamaica like Beenie Man. I don't know what the international feel.
And now what you have said, your statement just now, Nicholas, I would definitely agree. As Beenie Man being one of the top contenders in.
As a matter of fact, Shaggy said it openly at the IMC, and you know, sir, when in get no higher than Shaggy and Sean Paul, in as far as outside of Jamaica is concerned, the man said Beenie Man are the greatest performer come from around here. He man talk about some show in England, we like current Ghana or something like that. Beenie Man just up on the stage at top and the crowd now move.
No, that is something that we witness firsthand. That was an event that was kept in Chilani. As a matter of fact, I think it was anywhere between.
No. No.
I'm telling you the one that I experienced.
So you was talking about New York or something like that.
Yeah. So the entire power went, and he was on stage for the entire and during that duration of the power out, outage, and of course, he kept the crowd tapping his feet, doing the same thing, and there's a repeat of him doing it. So if it is that we're discussing more likely, I mean, a king of performance, then hands down.
What do you think about what he did coming on stage? I mean,
listen. What Beenie Man did just now, right? It shows the type of showman he is in terms of performing. It shows professionalism. It shows how to deal with a situation when things would have gone the other way around. I mean, when we think of sound issues, from time to time, as you know, entertainers will get thrown off by different occurrences and mishaps as it relates to technical, whether or not it be the sound, whether or not it be the band members, whether or not be them not hearing themselves. And, as such, it's always good when you maintain a certain level of professionalism and go through. I mean, problems will happen, but it's how you explain.
And you realize he literally stopped the promoter from apologizing or highlighting a situation by the time he could have opened the mic and say, "Why people were saying him and just start sing?" All right, now I'm not sure if the people remember what he was
doing, because the truth is that he didn't want to even leave a lull or anything regarding to the situation. He just want to attack it head on. So he did the right thing. And that is why we are saying, Beenie, hands down, there's no questions being asked whether or not if he can perform. Is one of the greatest performer in dancehall.
Botwa.
No, it's
one of the greatest performers, Botwa.
It is because you cannot use performance alone to crown a king, Muta.
No, me know what me not use performer.
No, you're asking but what, and I'm saying, but you can't use the fact that he's a great performer and use that criteria.
So who's the king of dancehall to Courtney? Who's the king of dancehall?
All right, so
him say Sean Paul.
No, I've said this publicly. I've said it publicly, and the same things that I said, I repeated it. I said, if you're looking at dancehall and you're going to look at accolades and accomplishments, then he will be a front runner based on the fact that none of the names.
Yeah, but somebody can't be just front runner. Somebody have to come in front.
No. What I'm saying,
if the man are running as front runner, no must win.
Muta, Sean Paul is the person who, right now, as we speak, is at the top of the game as it relates to numbers.
So you as a Sean Paul is the king of dancehall. No, that's what
I'm not saying that. I'm going through and I'm telling you about performances. I'm telling you about album sales. I'm telling you about all of this.
Yeah, all right. With all of that, what you say, who is in your estimation? Who is the king of dancehall in all your estimation?
Looking from where? What point of view?
Looking from your view, your eye, your
generally,
view.
taking everything into account.
Your view, taking all the way I said, to you.
You list out a number
who's the king of dancehall?
Of things. And I mean, as it is right now, everybody's left to put Anthony just come and put team 7 points together and call on him. You put some together. So I mean,
here's my take. It's not a poor thing.
Stage by stage,
All right, so Anthony's opening the phone actually.
International success. Who of all of the dancehall recorders, who would you say?
International success is Sean Paul and Shaggy.
Sean Paul and Shaggy.
All right. Hit song. And one important criteria is that you can't really I want to qualify something. You cannot be king if you're not crowned, because we're talking about king of Jamaica, dancehall in Jamaica. If you're saying just king overall, then I think you may have to look on it a little different. If you're gonna be king, you have to be king in your own country.
All right, fine.
Yeah.
And who went crowning the king though? Because the fact is that there are so many persons in Jamaica, pulling in so many different directions.
Go back to the 7 criteria.
No. So you're saying you can't be king here.
You have the streets, Jamaica, the public of Jamaica.
Yeah, man. All right. Call about.
All right.
Got you.
All right. International success.
Right. Still Sean Paul and Shaggy.
Hit songs. Who would you say?
International hit songs.
No, man. International hit songs. We're talking about king of dancehall in Jamaica.
Sean Paul.
Hit songs in Jamaica?
No, man. You're talking about hit songs globally or Jamaica.
No. When we said international success, that captures everything that you.
All right.
No.
So hit songs.
International level.
All right. So hit songs in Jamaica.
Yeah.
All right. We get to Beenie Man.
Live stage performance.
Beenie Man.
Pop culture influence.
Bounty Killer.
All right. Between all of them, right?
Bounty Killer.
Yes.
Influence.
Generational influence.
Bounty Killer.
Bounty Killer again.
Artist development.
Bounty killer.
On stage battle, because you can't be king and you're not battling. You have to
And it's split to me between Kartel, Movado, Bounty, and Beanie.
Based on the criteria.
Yeah, fine. So no, based on your criteria. Based on your criteria.
Yeah, because there's other elements of it.
Go on. Yeah, but based on your criteria. Go on. All right. All right. I start this thing and you me I go leave it.
It's all like Bounty gone up.
No man, hold on. I start this thing and you me I go leave it. No man, hold on, Courtney. Courtney, we can't talk about this all night, you know.
No, 1 point.
We can't talk about this all night.
1 point.
You answer. Courtney, we are leaders in our own right. And what I am hearing, a cop out. Nobody, you see, like Anthony come and put 7 points here, and even Anthony that being, but when big examine Anthony points, he come out about
there's a point of
but no, but what I'm saying, Bridget, no.
A king,
you not put no criteria together because you don't want the one, you cannot put the other.
A king has to want the crown. Bounty don't want the crown.
All right. So the fact that Bounty don't want the crown, he leave with the next in line.
So what the next in line?
Important point, and that is why I think he has never really been in the discussion.
He don't want it.
Yeah,
and
who's the next in line? Who's the next in line?
How can you give a crown? A king, a man a crown who don't want to be a king?
Well, so who's the next in line? Who's next in line?
I understand. The man list some criteria.
No, hold on, man. The criteria him have, he fits in perfect. For those. And we
but didn't fit in perfectly.
But we still can't. Oh, well, the man don't want to be just like that or prime minister. The man don't want to be a prime minister. He's not a politician.
Well on. Remember, I know. Some things is not for you to accept or reject, you know. This is not
he's openly rejecting this.
But something is not for you to accept or reject.
Him is an entertainer.
Pele dead and still say my king of ball. He don't have a choice in accepting it or rejecting it. He have just go on.
But listen,
Maradona dead and him call you king of football. Him have just go on.
Yeah, something.
No, but it's a fact. No, but it is same. It is the same type of debate. And it's the same type of debate.
Yeah, but both.
It is the same type of debate.
Who is never want it?
No, I'm saying none of them can accept it.
No.
But it still doesn't change the fact that people across the world can determine the criteria and determine which one of them is king. Even though they can't accept because then it doesn't change the fact that people want to kill and don't want to. It not change the fact that, the whole Jamaica can come and examine it and say about your king. This is the king is not a crown where you go wear around the world and represent and all of that, you know. It's not that, you know. It's not like you want a ceremony as king and all of that, you know. So when they accept it or not, Jamaica people no business.
So Courtney,
yes.
Based on those 7 criteria that I named, would you add any other category to those?
A 3 year.
Muta same year 3.
And the 3 of them are bound to kill me your name call.
Muta same year.
No.
Go back
to the 7.
So
right.
there's
all right, so let's go back to the 7. You have international success.
Just one.
Yeah, hit songs. 2. Number 2, live stage performance.
3.
Pop culture influence.
4.
Generational influence.
5.
Artist development.
6.
On-stage battle.
7.
All right. What I would have added, one of the elements of it is lyrical recording artists. Because you're speaking of dancehall.
Okay.
And the culture require lyrics. So that is not in it. And if we're going to put that, we'll definitely have to put Vybz Kartel.
Yeah, but to me, no sitting here so and not electing none.
So looking at a bounty killer, some of the lyrics, and
look to me like bounty killer.
Another element, songwriter.
Give me a chance, no. Give me a chance, please. If you don't get involved in the thing, give me a chance if you don't get involved in the thing. I remember say my program on the depend, you know. We're not trespass. We're not trespass from a program. I hear me to know. Even when me hear a while ago, it sound to me like bounty killer lead the pack. Given when me hear a while ago. So me don't know if me wrong or I'm right.
Yeah, and the criteria that you heard.
Yeah, and the same criteria as me hear. It sound like bounty killer lead the pack. So me don't know if one could have 2, one could have.
Yeah. It will appear that bounty have more nods, yes.
Well, So which part we left, you know? Which part we left?
But unless you have to prorate the points. It's 7 points, but you probably can't assign them equal value. So you probably will give hit songs, for example, 20 points out of the 100, as opposed to generational influence, maybe 10.
No,
you have to go prorate.
No, that one,
for example, you'd have to prorate. You can't assign them equal.
Yeah.
20, right. And then it is not as hands down as you think, because bounty in most of the votes don't necessarily mean when you add up the percentage that each of the categories carry, he will necessarily come out.
But begin to change the thing again.
Yeah, no, because if there's 30 points, if there's 30 points, you know, I have a beanie and bounty is 15-15, you know. So we still have it.
No, it's not beanie and bounty alone then.
Big exchange points.
No, but big, I mean, court them back.
No, what big, very great point. I accept your point. True. I mean, because even when teacher have paper, they may say 20 for knowledge, 30 for application,
and there's a category that have a bigger point.
Right.
Yes.
No, sir. No. All of them must have the same point.
The debate continues and now got done. But you know my problem? My problem is nobody wants to see as the one where I say, I am the Bounty, I am the Kartel, I am the Beanie, and everybody play political correct.
Oh, that's not do.
Now play politically correct.
That's not do.
From my experience. And I'm going to tell you this. Me hear Kartel do some things in the dancehall and even on songs where after chain, you know, I believe that a man could have DJ and use rhyme. And him thing of shot.
And metaphors.
Yeah, you trust me, Kartel is a genius.
Yeah, so streetwise,
Kartel is a genius. So all of them.
Kartel again.
No, but I tell you, the man's a genius.
No, hold on, I have another point. If we should look at the current state of dancehall and think about in terms of who is running the place right now, I will give it to any of the names we mentioned so far.
Yeah, but you're like my problem. Because
who you give to Massacre?
No,
yes, Muta.
A man can't be king for 2 weeks running the dance.
No. You cannot tell that. No, if we're going to speak on Massacre, you cannot tell that. Okay.
But I have been to several parties and some man, they are at the party because they run things. And when they hit the stage, you want to show something for them.
Can I tell you that locally, right? This entertainer in question has 2 of the most successful dancehall projects in recent times. With nobody in dancehall selling the amount of units in the first week, and also now signed to Def Jam and doing several things and being consistent. So currently, as we speak, one could say, if not the king, because he's a more younger person into the whole scheme of things, you could say he's the prince. So
who is that?
We can go on. Well, we're still speaking about Massacre.
Massacre we'll talk about again. Okay. All right. Gentlemen. Yo. All right. Oi. This is the king of cutting edge. Listen to me now. You know, we have to go. We have to go because I'm going to take one. I have to give this sponsor talk and also we want to thank you very much for spoiling up my program. And I hope we can talk different again about that. Okay? So we're going to go back to the studio.
Can we spoil it again tomorrow in the afternoon?
Yes. You can do it tomorrow, yes. Yeah, we'll work it out tomorrow.
Anyway, the drop mic moment when Courtney Mac dropped the mic, it's something real though. Bounty does not want to be a part of the discussion.
All right, good afternoon, sir. Who's over that talk? Good afternoon. Good night. Okay, this is the Cutting Edge, and I FM. The previous reasoning and thing was sponsored by Tiles Arrows Limited, Ballard Valley, St. Elizabeth, for, I can't see good, for tiles, tools, every household features, call 965-1896. Tiles Are Us. And then Real Deal Windows and Doors, Tower Isle, St. Mary. Call 876 867-9349. We specialize in sliding windows, door showers, enclosures, and glass balcony railings. And Irish spring water. Your last tasting the best. You have tasted the rest. Now taste the best. Jamaica's finest natural alkaline spring water. Irish spring water. So these are the sponsors. Styles Are Us Limited, Real Deal, Windows and Doors, and Irish spring water. And that connection was the Harmony, Love and Harmony cruise on the waters of the Caribbean. This is the cutting edge, and I tell you. Okay, so we'll go back to normal programming. Normal program. Any call up on the line, brethren? I tell you, the one that could set up a program, Sir Rasta, believe you me. You could have a vote feature, but see the vote now, the vote will come like PNP and JLP. Yeah, because you have garrisons in the garrisons in a Beaneman camp, garrisons in a Kartel camp, you know, them. Yeah, and please don't bring up Vybz Kartel and Beaneman and who are the king of the dancehall to me. Beg you, please. Yes, here.
Yeah, bless her.
Yeah, give thanks. Give thanks to you. Give thanks to you.
Yeah, well, you know, I'll get to from that still, because through me listen to program so long and me listen to talking so long, me still have really, me call it a talking night. But you are going on, Muta. You see all the dancer things set up. It not set up like, because as I say, once Marcia Griffiths is the queen and no question. Bob Marley are the king and no question.
No, I hear a man say Buju Banton are the king of reggae, you know.
Are the king of reggae?
Yeah, I hear a man say that.
No,
publicly too. I hear him say publicly.
Well, Buju doing things still.
Yeah, but we don't want to go back in that.
We don't want to go back.
We just want to tell you here.
Yeah, but as me tell you, say, the whole of the man them, it's just, you know, the whole of the man them great. The whole of the man them great. And I feel them one thing. You know, because, me not say right now, Vybz Kartel, you know, that genius. You know, but, you know, writing and everything, Vybz Kartel have it. You know, but performance-wise, being a man of it over the whole of them. You know, so. And if you are going to say king, you have to have a man who can represent.
Pause. Time signal, break.
All right, we're going to take a break. Hold on, everybody. Yes.
Anyway, this king thing, kind of don't talk about that. Yeah. Now, say, Zelensky, the man named this Zelensky, the Ukraine president.
Hold on, what that you have behind you there?
Hold on, the car door. But just lock that,
yeah, gone on. Zelensky you talk about.
Yeah, man, I say, the man named this, boy, man, I say, Trump.
You know, see, America gone to Russia now.
Yeah, Trump was something else, you know, my general.
Strange man. Strange man.
The man, they invite the man and style out the man, and one of the man I'll ask the man, say, why I'm not wear suit?
Why I'm not wear suit? The one say me in a wartime, I mean, I'm not no time for your suit.
I tell us,
but I'm going to buy one expensive like the one where the man have had.
Yeah, but I bet you seen where any of them invite him back, you seen where you wear him or wear a suit. Why, John?
But Canada, the thing, you know, Canada, the one. Canada, because Canada and America is like one country, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and them share borders and everything, and the guy just jump on the youth, so the guy just jump on the man, so I just say, watch out. But and not through the border thing, he might talk to him, so you know. Him want the man make America, Canada be the 51st state, and that is what it is all about.
It's all about, yeah.
Yeah, it's not about no fentanyl come through border, because all the that come through this, so.
Canada not allow that.
Yeah, you know, so it's really him want the state. Him want the state. That him want the 51st state. Just like we want Greenland and we want Panama, you know.
Yeah, but the politician in Canada not allow that.
No, nobody not allow that, man.
Politicians want to rule themselves, you know. They want
joke business, my deal. Joke business.
But I feel like him just do that for show him have the power. Him just
power, man.
I use it up like, you know. But I think that's something where him knows that because him can't take the army and do them things there.
Well,
Fiend talking
him say my king, you know, him put on crown pan him head, my king.
No, him want deal it like how Putin them and when him there.
Yeah, autocracy.
But them people now allow him to do that.
No, sir.
People now allow him to do that.
No, sir.
Yeah, it go on down as a you know.
Well, so you want a man down as a go on look like a king?
Yeah, man. Then so it go on down as so you know. See, no man obey no constitution down as so. Most of the politicians them just do them thing and then them watch it for 9 days and see how it run. And if social media not jump on it
just continue.
them just continue the way them do. So it's that thing where it Trump thing from Trump him first card there, you know, most leader try run like him. Them try to all Brazil and them run where they run out the one that
baby Trump, me call the one I don't know, baby Trump.
Yeah, that one I don't know, baby Trump, man. But him not really still like Trump, you know, because I'm a puppet, you know. Because remember Trump did take him make puppet already. You know, the Petro Caribbean deal.
Yeah.
You know, so he's not really firm like Trump, but him firm when it come on to.
That's why I'm a baby Trump. That's why I'm not firm, I'm a baby.
Yeah, baby Trump, yeah. You know. But me I tell you, me see the man them style, me I tell you, say, hey, you know, so me I watch the thing and me I said, I read, but you want to know, are the people them backside them after, you know, the earth, you know.
Yeah, no backside, I just wear, yeah, but you see where them have done, they can't do nothing more than so, you know.
Yeah, but enough.
Yeah, enough, you know. Him is a neo-colonialist, you know, Trump.
Trump, yeah.
He want to colonize Greenland. He want to colonize the Panama Canal. He want to colonize Zelensky by the land, you know. It's land, you know. It's all about the land. Yeah. He want to be Canada the 51st state. It's about colonizing the places. It's a serious colonizer, man. And you see China now, it has its strength to China to invade Taiwan, you know.
Taiwan,
Kong, you know? Yeah. Because if you cannot do that, what can stop China now to say more Taiwan?
Yeah, what you must say now? You must say the amount of money where America spend outside of America. You must have to drawing back that. Because you see money like all the money where them send for the gender, you know, down here, the gender thing down here where them that sponsor. You know, all that big money there. You know, with the LGBT, them thing there. Seeing them money there, like he must say, he must draw back the money there in America to give back the taxpayers then, you know, and make America great again and, you know, all of them.
When America is great.
The man a draw back all some money where all some, you know, the refugee them are some people are hungry.
USAID.
Yeah. Seeing all the money there.
Him draw back everything, man. Him draw back everything. Because him deal with the billionaire, them and support him.
Yeah.
Tax free and all them things. Because him not pay tax. Him not pay tax, you know.
Him not pay tax. No, that's how I tell you, the same thing I go on down here. See, like, you have some man have some big radio station down here too, you know, we not pay no tax, you know. We just run up, you know, and them things there. So, you know, and them things, they take time a creep in a Jamaica way. And then at the same time, when I pressure some little small people to pay tax, you know. So, at the same thing, what Trump I bring off on the people, you know, seeing up there. But he must show them like, say, he must do the good for the people and get back the money.
Tariff.
Seeing, so you know, when it work out, you don't know, when him done with film 4 years then, you know. See, and when them more try for him go 8 years, you know. But when him done with them 4 years, America, I don't know what about really.
Richard and Musk, man. Richard and Musk.
You know? But even Marx now. Marx him coming like him are one of the ministers or something. Or
I feel him have something over Trump, you know. I feel him have something over Trump.
Yeah, him have something over Trump.
That's why Trump can't say nothing to him certain place and certain way.
Oh, yeah.
See, I look at you there where Musk carrying all the thing, a white boo on him this and all them here there. You have to change this. I don't know if you did see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, until him say he must go here, he is not the president, he is not the leader. Look at you that. I've something him father say, you know. Yeah, man, God them look at you then I just come out with that. So
yeah, look at you now, and look at you not tell lie no.
No. Him father say something touching into that and him can repeat it. Embarrass him father, embarrass the whole world.
Embarrass the whole world. Yeah. So when you look on it now, I said, the same kind of thing like how you see Trump a move there. Just notice it down yourself. With even the 5 and 4 thing where you used to go on. See? With the bank or them and the whole of them. See? And the same thing we go on down yourself with Baby Trump. You know? But when me don't want the man them do Mutas, me I beg them. See? I don't want the man them bring back 1980. See? Because you see, like, the thing I run here now, like none of them no want I go really give up losing. You understand?
No, there's a fight.
You know, so we don't want them bring back where the people them start to a fight against them one another. See? And the trickings. You know?
We give them 2 months to start the fight, man. 2 months me I give them.
You see it?
Start the madness.
People, listen what we are telling you. We are Muta talk to you. Bob Marley said, don't make them trick you. If we don't have a neighbor, we are PMP, on a neighbor, we are GLP member. And the neighbor was before the politician come, because most politicians represent people, you know. Them coming out in a year, you know. Come representing, you know.
Yeah.
See? So, if a man say PMP, you say on a PMP. If a man say on a GLP, you say on a GLP. Don't kill nobody and fight against one another. Because
we have to take a break.
Yeah.
Him there? Him not there? Him gone?
Yeah.
All right.
So me assure you now, sir. But just want the people know, you know, say them for us defend who them are defend and you know left it there so. Don't make no politician trick on make on a war against one another. And war and kill off one another and thing the car. We see them thing that in 1918 it wasn't pretty, you know. See, and I mean the politician them know say, you see if I wanna lose, so I wanna just accept on losing. You know what I mean? See, cause you know why I rate all Portia Simpson. So she lose by 1, you know. By 1 seat, 2016, you know. And she accept it, you know. If I had some politician, they would have say, what, have to run over again and rare, see? So at that want a clean thing, see? You know? Don't make them trick, you know. Remember Bob Marley said, don't make them trick, you know. See? Anyway, Muta, man, next man would have want to.
Yeah, all right, I give thanks, yeah?
Yeah, blessed, yeah.
Yeah, Emperor Selassie the First. You don't know all of that curse. Muta, big up yourself, you know, honorable all the time, you know, because you're up on the job.
Yeah, man, give
you
thanks.
see me, yeah, and such is like, you know. Call us before, I want them to know, say, yeah, we love the topic and opinion. Them man up on the boat, them in the wrong profession, a politician, them feel a call, them evasive in them answering and thing, but we don't know we're going at that.
Them what?
Them is very evasive in them answering me. You ask me a question, who is you, and them go around the corner like politician. What are them sound like some politician a while ago? In a way, them as the king of dancer. Yeah, man, they ask him a question, say, who you think is the king? And him go, we run us, so with it and come back home. And I know him answer a question yet, you know, some politician action that. You see me, I say, so we are going to leave that fish part of it. Yeah. We want big up Jamaica. I see Muta when I come for reason with the iron. I want Jamaica to know, say, as Rastafari, because we are the head of the thing, you know, we are lead the thing, you know. We are giving them respect and them honor, you know. You see me, I say. Governor General, Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Chang, Dr. Williams.
Let me ask you a question, Reggie, before you go no further. Yeah. Before you go no further, you see? Yeah. Why anytime you start talking, you feel it necessary to big up the Governor General and the politician them? Why?
No, you see, it's not a matter of respect for leadership, you know, because we are showing.
Yeah, but you see, you take up the time to do all of that when you could have talked.
No, we are giving them a run off, a little 30-second thing, it's a time thing, so we are giving them a little 30-second run off, so we are big them up. You know, see, Mr. Kevin Blake and upper echelon general staff, you know, Admiral Gorman, we want them know, so we know them, you know, so we are telling them, say, yeah, man, respect Joe. Now the Prime Minister make a visit down at Fleet Street and Lord Lane. And he make a speech about the people and the property of the fire we burn down. See? I say it's a good move that. And I would love to see more of that in the communities from the other side. I want to see PMP get involved in that. Man like Paul will them say a millionaire. If you take the whole of East, because when Floresville Glass Pole it around, they say, me can tell you that as a youth, we go meet Floresville Glass Pole and office out of Wynyard Road. So, as a youth, and reason with them man, as a youth. Them man, they did have a different mindset towards the people in them community than when we see them man here deal with now. So them man, you have to get them act together to show the people them say we come to improve the infrastructure and them living conditions. Because that's one of the main focus in Jamaica, you know. The road them bad and them thing, you know, but the people them living conditions is detrimental to them health. You see me, I say, because there's no improvement in the conditions of the building environment and thing in Jamaica over the last 50 years. Guys, where I come from. So we need some improvement for modernization wise instead of before we move on to building new things. We could take care of the people who do it right now. You see, in terms of the youth, in the culture, what school go learn? Because we want to become scientists and chemists and technicians and medical people and stop the arms house about the badness thing. Bad man, them in their prison, because I know them a listen, because man a prisoner have nothing to do, a time in my past. Take the youth, them mind out of the gun thing and tell them to go to school, because them are emulate where them feel them sit on social media, and all the media man they with on social media talk about foolishness. Forget about that. Seeing we are dealing with a unified thing. We want better. Marcus Garvey say, one job, one aim, one destiny. And that's how we are going with it, you know. We're not going nowhere else with it, you know. We're not deviate from the norm of the movement, you know. We want them to know that. We're not sidestep it. The political entity of Jamaica right now, the rulership party, must make marijuana legal. I mean, I talk about no. Maybe you say you have a half ounce. I talk about legal for economic function for Rastafari. A long time them fight it, you know. See me I say, them have until September before them come out when the election win. So me I give them till April on the venue to make some kind of commitment. Show we say we want to move forward with that level there. To give it the economic balance, to balance out the system in the country so we can move ahead. That we are talking about, you know, progress in Muta. We're not talking about the other foolishness we are going on, you know. Because my commander-in-chief right now, Donald Trump, that are the 10th commander-in-chief. The first commander-in-chief was Richard Nixon. See, Donald Trump and Richard Nixon come in alike. It's like a what I call an era. You know, see, and you see what happened to Richard Nixon, him get impeached. You don't talk about the Taiwan thing. Richard Nixon don't sell out Taiwan already to China when he made the deal with Mao Zedong in 1972 when he go visit him to make Vietnam war done and we come out of Vietnam with an honorable evacuation. Because the Chinese, they never run out like dog if he never make a commitment there. So all people don't know all of them things. I tell you from facts, me, you know, because me depend on a level of you know what I mean, thing where me now go in, but that's how it rests. So I just want the people them to know that. One love, Rastafari, the man them a east, stop your war, come up a back bush, Nannyville, all the way back to Harborview, and this some of my stamping grounds, all of them places them pass through. One love all the time. Muta.
Blessed man.
Get on the front line with you, I tell you so, I now leave you.
All right, I give thanks,
like you,
man.
Raya.
Yeah,
Bless
all
you.
right. Bless
Yes,
sir.
All right, listen, we had the father.
Cutting edge.
Yeah, I say that, man. I see you as a brother, a father, and a son, and it's great. As well as the same way. Watch your style now. Can you tell me how the first star of David come in existence?
The first star of David. How it come into existence?
Yeah.
I don't know.
So nobody else in the Rastafari movement know it?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. It was a shield rather than a star. It's really a shield. I don't know, brethren.
So it was given to David?
I don't know.
It was inspiring to him.
I just come say Israel have it, and I say it depends on whole heap of emblem in Ethiopia. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know the first or come up first. Maybe somebody know and can call later and tell, but
yeah, probably somebody can know that, and probably somebody will know how much and it takes to bring that star in existence.
How much what?
And how much hands it takes to bring it.
Oh, you mean how much hand it takes? I don't understand.
Yeah, how much hand it takes to dry it.
To dry it?
In a physical world.
No,
yeah.
two isosceles triangle. It's two isosceles triangle.
Yeah, but how much hand it takes? It wasn't like that the first time when it was first, John.
Then all you're going like you don't know where you say, and you know where you have an issue about it, or you ask me, and you know. You ask me, and you know. So what kind of foolishness is that?
No, come on, if other people have the
no, but when you say and it's two isosceles triangle.
No, I'm saying how much hand it takes to dry it.
How much hand it takes for dry it?
Yeah, the star, yeah.
How much hand it takes for dry it?
No, man, I wonder, so nobody think I didn't know all of them stuff I didn't know.
No, but me actually say me don't know, so me I ask you know, because it sound like you know. But you just test me. It sound like you know and you test me. So now that you know, so me don't know, you tell me.
It's possible to be the first marking of the civilized world, of our first civilized world.
But you ask me again?
No, I said it's possible to be the first mark for our first civilized world.
What is the first civilized world you talk about?
In Ethiopia.
Ethiopia, the first civilized world?
Yeah.
So you say that is where you know about it?
So I said the star possible to mark the civilization.
No, I don't know. I don't know if that the star is about the first. Eh?
How long the star exists?
How long the star exists? I don't know, brethren.
That means they could have possibly mark the first civilized world then.
Well, if you say it possible, maybe it's possible, but I don't know nothing about the star. I see it, but I don't know it. I don't know nothing about it.
I started upon one of the Ethiopian ancient Bible.
The started upon the ancient Bible?
There are none of the Ethiopian ancient
No, I never see the started upon the Bible yet. Maybe a man tried upon it with a pretty cover, but our Bible inside or so.
It would have to be that. You have to write for that, like goat skin and them something there.
Yeah, but I have goat skin Bible and I don't see no star upon it.
Oh, yeah, no, I wonder if it's upon any of it.
I don't know. The one where I have do have it on is a Geese Bible, make out of goat skin and wood. I don't know. I never seen no David star upon it. All right?
Okay.
So what you know where we don't know now? Because it sounds like you know something where you want
we
to know.
Don't like to know about. We don't like to know what we don't know.
Okay, I don't know.
Well, you don't like to know what you don't know about the star.
What? How it first come about? How much and it take to make it?
We have to answer them one by one. So
no, just answer one and then we don't because we don't have time.
It take 3 and to make it.
It take 3 and from Ufa and it use make it.
Eh?
Ufa and them use and make it.
And it takes 2 persons to create it.
Who's the 2 person?
2 person, 3 and...
No, who's the 2 person?
Eh?
Who's the 2 person?
Who's the 2 person?
Yeah, who's the 2 person that make it?
That created? I must the father and the son.
The father and the what?
And the son.
What them name?
Eh?
Which father and which son? What them name?
Well, that's they have a lot to do with the Trinity, you know.
No, where the son and the father, what them name?
You refer to the Trinity?
No, where the son, the 2 person who make it, what them name?
3 person, 2 and.
All right, which 3 person make it? Where the 3 person them name?
2 person, the son.
And what is the man? Me say 2, you say 3. When me say 3, you say 2.
Well, no, the son and the father.
Where the father and the son, where them name?
Where them name, it could be Yahweh, Yahshua, it could be David or Solomon. It could be...
No, it could be. No, so you don't know then. You don't know neither.
Yeah?
You don't know neither then. Because you said could be.
Okay.
If you said could be, that means you don't know.
Well, I know, but I know it was found up. You know the star that was found up on someone's body.
Which body? Who for body?
A body symbol.
Who for body? Who for body it depend?
Oh, it depend on the Mark 1, man.
The what?
The Mark 1. The creator.
Who that? Who you talk about?
Who me talk about?
Yeah, which creator you talk about?
The last day.
So, did Mark on him hand? On him body?
Yeah.
Which part you ever see that side of the Haile Selassie body? You ever see him naked yet?
I've never seen him naked yet.
Yeah.
It have to be.
So how you see the star? It depend on him clothes?
No, it must depend on him. No, on him body, him born with it.
So how you see it? Which part you see that?
Selassie, that I could give on the top right mechanism, you know.
Yeah, don't tell me what Selassie is. Me say, how you see the star upon Haile Selassie body? I ain't never seen him naked yet.
Okay.
We have to okay for.
Well, I know, because whatever.
No, me not hold on for nothing, man. Me ask you a question and the program I got done. How you know, say, Haile Selassie have a star of David upon him body?
Listen. The star would be upon his finger.
You see the star upon his finger?
Yeah, the mark of a ring. Coming at the spiritual realm to the physical realm. So I'm born with that mark. That mark would be a ring from his father. One of the ring would be the mark.
Who Haile Selassie father?
And index finger.
Who's Haile Selassie father?
That's all. All right, listen, put it in the context.
Who's Haile Selassie father? Who's Haile Selassie father?
You know, say the burning sun is the father, right?
Who's Haile Selassie father?
Ras Makanem. But who inspired Ras Makanem?
Okay.
Who inspired Ras Makanem? The burning sun. So we see that as the eternal father. We don't drop flesh, nor train flesh, nor carry flesh. It is the spirit of the life. So we see that as the father. We see the moon as the mother, which represents the soul.
Okay.
So the father, the son would represent the spirit, mother represent the soul, and the earth would represent the flesh.
All right.
Yeah. So one of the rings would come from the father, and one would come from the mother.
With the star of David upon it?
Yeah, the star.
So how it named Star of David and David just did it the other day?
Because and that's how it can be identified with a more call like the 6-point star, but to make it.
So what is the significance? What this makes you go and be now? When you know all of these things, or it uplifts you, it uplifts you, it advances you. You have to reach a heaven quicker than everybody else. You have to go to hell, or you have to get $1 million. How that advance you?
What if I am? What if I am that person?
Oh, that which person? The star or the sun? The sun.
What the star represents?
What if you is that person?
The star, yeah, the star. What is, yeah.
I am glad to meet you. I'm glad to be talking to you.
Oh, that would be good. That would be good. I'm glad to talking to me, yeah.
Yeah, man, I'm really feeling good that you call the program too. You can bless it too. You can give me a blessing upon it too.
Hold on. Look a bit. Let me tell you something. This is my second time calling, but we never get through.
Oh, you never get to talk about you and the father and the son?
Yeah.
Oh, what now you get to talk about it?
Yeah.
You suppose you can't sleep good tonight.
Eh?
You're supposed to sleep good tonight, because I'm not going to sleep good.
Yeah, because I'm not 17 years, more and get this to justify in a 17 year.
And you just a call now?
Yeah, because I'm just a justify. Oh,
you go find out about it. You go find out about it and just know it now.
Yes, because I'm even go to Bubble Hill for question board.
And them not find it. I not find it.
Them don't really know. Them don't really know nothing. Them nobody really.
But you're a man of great knowledge, man. You go a Bubble Hill and you don't know. You go this way, you don't know. You come and Muta and him don't know neither.
Yeah. So what's going on? Because probably we never made to know.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, probably never made to know. Probably we might try to say probably are not the one who make to identify.
Yeah, that's true. Me I don't want me personally know say me not make to identify it.
Yeah. No,
me is the wrong one you come to. Me don't know if you identify it.
Only take one candle to lead us out of the dark, you know, out of the dark.
And are you that?
Probably it could be me.
Yeah, could be who? Could be my mother too.
And that's no, listen, your mother not born with a star.
You can't tell me where my mother born with. You ever see her naked yet?
Then hold on. She can recreate the star. She can recreate the star if it wasn't there.
My mother, me the star for my mother. I know me gone, you know, me gone, yeah?
Listen.
Me gone. Enough for the foolishness, me gone.